Can you connect a Nanoleaf light bulb to Home Assistant? The answer is yes. So I'm going to tell you how to do it, but just a caveat. If you have the Nanoleaf light bulbs, the A19 Essentials that are not Matter certified, they have that temperature sensing, like if it's during the day, they're a cool white. If it's a nighttime, it's more of a warm light. You will lose that functionality when you port it into Home Assistant. And if you have the Matter versions of the A19, it won't have that feature anyway, because that won't work over Matter. So just thought I'd let you know before I kind of tell you how to do it. So connecting them is super, super simple. What you do is you pair this light bulb to your Apple HomeKit device. So you'll need like a HomePod Mini or a HomePod 2nd Gen or a 4K Apple TV has a Thread radio inside it. So you can connect this Nanoleaf light bulb to HomeKit. Once you pair it to HomeKit, delete it. Just remove it. Don't wipe everything. Just remove it from HomeKit. And then there's a plugin inside Home Assistant called like HomeKit Controller or something like that. And it will natively find it, because now this little guy has basically, if you think about it, a Wi-Fi address, because when you connected him to HomeKit, he got assigned an IP address. So he is now floating around your smart home looking for someone to connect to, and Home Assistant can find that. Once you connect it in Home Assistant, then it will pair. But it pairs via Bluetooth at first. So there's a period of time where it will be connected via Bluetooth where you can control it, but it's not Thread enabled. And I've had luck and not so much luck getting it to the Thread part. So there's a button, a toggle, that you can basically tell it to start controlling over Thread. And I have it drop offline multiple times, and you have to reset the bulb, which is turning it off and off 5 times with 5 seconds in between. And so sometimes I find if you just pair it to Home Assistant and then just leave it, it will eventually initiate the Thread connection by itself. Sometimes I find it turning on and off the bulb multiple times without trying to initiate that Thread connection will do it also. And sometimes you just have to trial and error, and if it fails, just unscrew it, put it back in, reset it, and start over, which is a little unfortunate, but it can work. The only thing also, Home Assistant needs a device like the Sky Connect, which is a little blue Wi-Fi dongle for $30 that gives it Zigbee and Thread. You need Thread on your Home Assistant to be able to even control these. These are not Wi-Fi bulbs, these are Thread bulbs. Thread is a protocol kind of like Zigbee. Apple uses it a lot, and now Amazon and Google actually use it too. Anyway, so you need a Sky Connect, which is $30. You need Home Assistant, obviously, that's why you're watching this. And then you need an Apple home device, like I think the iPhone 15 has Thread inside it too, so you might just be able to do it with an iPhone 15, but you might not be able to. I have not tried that yet, but definitely some kind of smart home device for Apple that has Thread. So to recap, you connect this bulb into HomeKit, Apple HomeKit, and then you remove it from Apple HomeKit. Then you go to Home Assistant that has Sky Connect connected to it, just the little blue dongle plugged in, and then it will find the Nanoleaf bulb, and then you can initiate it and get it. It will join via Bluetooth, and then it will go get its Thread credentials soon enough, and then that's it. It is joined there, and then you can use another HomeKit plugin or Home Assistant plugin into HomeKit, and you can send it back into HomeKit. So yeah, you can connect these light bulbs into Home Assistant. It is a little bit of work, but mine lose connection every once in a while, so I'm actually switching to Philips Hue. But if you wanted to get these bulbs into Home Assistant, it is possible, but I would recommend just keeping them in HomeKit, because then they work flawlessly. When you put them into Home Assistant, I've had them go offline and you have to reset a plugin or even restart Home Assistant. So just a word of warning, you can do it, but I would recommend just staying with HomeKit with these. And if you're going to use smart bulbs with Home Assistant, go with something like Philips Hue. Way better, a lot more expensive, but it's definitely worth it. So thanks for watching, and I hope this helps you out.